I get asked this question all the time. I get asked by so many other agents or who are new like yourselves. They say, Rico, how did you close 325 plus deals? And I think we talked about this before. 325 plus deals is a lot of deals. And they say, how did you do it? How did you do it? Can you give me some advice? And I say, well, sure, I can give you some advice. And advice number one is this. I learned this back in, let's see here, the year 1973. I'm being serious, 1973. Where was I in 1973? I was in kindergarten. And I think we may have slightly touched on this. I was in kindergarten, and I remember like it was, I totally remember like it was yesterday because the school was right back here on 16th Street in Ocean Park, kindergarten right there, and they told me that I was a much of a troublemaker. The teacher got me one day, I'll never forget, she got me one day, and she says, Robert, you gotta treat others as you, what do you got? Want to be treated. Lesson number one, Real Estate 101, treat others as you want to be treated. You got that? Years go by. Next one is 1976. I get into elementary school. And what do I learn at elementary school? I learn in elementary school that is very, very important, that if you want to make it, you got to work hard, which means you get out of it what you put into it. Real Estate 101. You get out of it what you put into it. And then I joined Little League. How many of you here have ever joined Little League or played ball or something like that? Did you really? Yeah. Did you enjoy it? Were you good? That's good. The cool thing about Little League when you're small, it doesn't really matter if you are skilled or not at baseball. What do they try to teach you? They try to teach you sportsmanship, right? I'll never forget it. Before every game, before every single game, you'd have to line up on the what do you call it? The foul lines, the lines there on the field, the base lines. You have to stand there. I'll never forget. And the flag is waving, and they make you do this. I trust in God. I love my country, and I will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best. I trust in God, I love my country, and I will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best. Real Estate 101. Are you with me? Then I got to high school. Then I got to high school. And this all makes sense. I got to high school where I got to be creative. You learn how to be creative, right? You learn to think, to be, to be different, to analyze things, to negotiate. To negotiate. How do you negotiate in high school? How do you negotiate in high school? There is negotiations in high school. I was in 12th grade, 1986. I was going to graduate in June. It was May 15th-ish, 2 weeks for graduation. I get this card in the mail, letter in the mail, and it says, Mr. Rico, you will not be graduating with your class. You failed the class. I was ready to go to Cal State University the next fall. Oh my God, what am I going to do? What's the first thing you should do? Never avoid trouble. Instead, you should go head on and fix it, deal with it. I went and found the teacher. I said, Mrs., I forget her name. Actually, she was a sister because it was a Catholic school, private school. I said, Sister so-and-so, you failed me. How can this be so? Can you show me what I did wrong? She pulled out her grade book and she said, look at your grade. And she showed me all the assignments that I didn't do. Stick with me, this all makes sense. All the assignments I did not do. And she goes, your final score, Rico, was a 59.6. To pass the class, you needed a what? A 60. I had a 59.6. I needed a 60. It's time to negotiate. It's time to think creatively. Real Estate 101. Hey, sister, hold on a second. If I got a 59.6, aren't we supposed to round up to the highest number? And she says, well, that would make it a what? A 60. She goes, Rico, you have a point there. Doggone it, I'm going to change it to a 60. You are graduating with the class. Now, that wouldn't have happened if I didn't do what? True story. I kid you not, true story. Oh, my God. I actually pulled it off. I couldn't believe it. Real Estate 101. You got to be strong negotiators. You got to be able to treat others as you want to be treated. What was the other one? You get out of life what? What you put into it. And this is the deal. All this stuff is real estate related. And as you can tell, none of it yet is academic. You with me? Have we talked about the laws yet? Have we talked about what licenses you have to have? Have we talked about any of that stuff yet? No. But that's the important stuff, the important parts of real estate. Now today we're going to talk about the other half. The other half is the academic part. The other half is the literature part. The other half is the laws. I want you to remember one thing. Remember this, the two-tank theory. The two-tank theory. I'm going to gift you the two-tank theory. The two-tank theory is simple. I want you to fill up this tank with what? Education. Got it? And I want you to fill this tank up with effort. Fill this tank up with what? Fill this tank up with what? Fill this tank up with what? This one? This one? Fill them both up, and I promise, if you let them overflow with each other's, with effort and education, you'll make tons of money if you do it the right way. You with me? Does that make sense to you? It should, because it's very, very simple. I trust in God, I love my country, and I will respect His laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best. I love it, love it, love it. Ready? Here we go. You guys ready to do this? You guys ready to do this? Are you guys ready to do this? Check it out here. Congratulations on your new real estate venture. Very simple. Those of you who are brand new, you should have gotten an email. Did you guys get an email? And it simply introduced you to the program and explained as to what you should do. Open it up, sign in, get your login, and all that good stuff. Number 2, you're going to have some quizzes. The quizzes are mandatory. Some of you have already been doing them. The quizzes are mandatory. Simple, 10 questions. Take it 5 minutes. 10 questions per session. Very simple. They're mandatory so that you can get to the state exam, not the state exam, to the module exams, to our exams. To get to our exams, for the certificates, you got to pass those quizzes. Not a big deal. Last but not least, once you get your 3 certificates, you will, of course, be eligible to take what? The state exam. To take what? The state exam. The whole idea for you guys here is to get to that big party. There's a big party going on over there, and your job is to get those 3 certificates, and those 3 certificates will simply be your invitation to that big party that's going on in here. And what's that big party that's going on in here? The state exam. I'm going to show you how to cha-cha. I'm going to show you how to boogie. Once this 3 months are over, you'll be able to do this like it's no big deal. Are you with me? You guys sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? Listen, I don't know why you want to do this, but I'm supporting you, and I know you can do this. Just follow my lead. I know you can do this. Let's go. Let's get this thing going here. Getting started with us. You're going to take 3. You have to take 3 modules. No ifs, ands, or buts. State of California says you have to take practice. No ifs, ands, or buts. The state of California says you must take principles. And then the state of California says you must take an elective. The elective that we have chosen here at California Realty Training is finance. Those 3, get your 3 certificates. Go to the Bureau of Real Estate, take your state exam. The session consists of these 4 items here. Stick with me. It's basic real estate concepts and terms, real estate experiences and advice, typical everyday agent activities, contracts and disclosure. Let's go up here. Basic real estate concepts and terms. Real estate concepts and terms. Real estate concepts and terms. Here it comes. You ready? Study long. Study wrong. Say it with me. Study long, study wrong. A $5 bill is a $5 bill. It's not $4.99. It's not $5.01. Study long, study wrong. A $5 bill is a $5 bill. All right, now, you guys sure you want to get this thing going? You sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? This is a big deal for some of you. How many of you here are dying to change your career? No, seriously, how many of you are dying to change your career? Raise your hand high. That many of you are disgruntled? Jeez. You know what? Real estate has been very, very good to me. It's not a big deal to get your license. Oh my gosh. It's what you do with it that's so beautiful. It's what you do with it when you get it. And it starts like this. Ready? Here it goes. The next slide is where it all starts. It's the magic. Here it goes. Number 1, up top. And I want you to take it like a $5 bill is a $5 bill. Study long, study wrong. Up top there, it says what? Buyers. What do buyers want? Buy a house. What do sellers want? To sell a house. Nice and easy. From now on, when I point to this door over here, I want you to say buyers. When I point to this door, I want you to say what? When I point to this door, I want you to say what? Buyers. When I point back there, I want you to say what? Sellers are back there. Buyers over here. Who's over here? Back there. Back there. Over here. Your job here, real estate agent, your job is to put these people together. You're the matchmaker. You're going to get these 2 to fall in love. You understand me? You guys know this. Your job is very, very simple. You put these 2 people together, you will earn yourself a nice, handsome commission. That sound good to you? It should, because these commissions are pretty darn big in this area. Are you kidding me? They're huge. They're not. Even if they're not, can you use an extra $4,000 or $5,000? Of course you can. Next is this. Who's back there? Over here. You put them together, we got to have somebody babysit this thing. We got to have somebody take care of it. We're going to give it to the person dead center. From now on, I'm going to point to this table dead center. I want you to say escrow. Who's dead center? Escrow. It's going to get more complicated. Who's dead center? Escrow. Back there. Over here. 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 Good. What is escrow? What is escrow? What is escrow? This is the deal. I'm going to gift you the definition. Some of you guys, the escrow, it's a big old definition this long. Listen, ready? I made this one up. It works. I love it. Escrow, ready? A neutral third party that protects the integrity of the transaction. A neutral third party that protects the integrity of the transaction. One more time. A neutral third party that protects the integrity of the transaction. Listen to that. Soak it in. A neutral third party, I got it, that protects, okay, the integrity of the transaction. Their job is that once you put these two people together and you hand off the transaction to them here, their job is simply to do this. Protect it, back off. Something has been created and it's our job to keep it solid, to keep it intact. You with me? Who does that? Who does that? Escrow does that. Keep that in mind. Here we go. Next one. The lender. Whenever I point over there, I want you to say who? Lender. Lender's over here. Let's go take a walk over to the lender. Lender, how you doing? Good. Hey, listen, the lender is important or not important? No, seriously, is he important or not important? Why is he important? Say it again. Lends the money to who? Lends the money to who? What if the buyer over there has cash and he wants to buy the house cash from the seller? Do we need the lender? No. But most people do need a lender, don't they? How many of you here have bought a house before? Did you use a loan or did you pay cash? Maybe I should. Did you use a loan? Did you get a loan? Did you use a bank? Let's go back over to the lender. Hey, lender, how you doing? Hey, lender, how many products do you have of products mean types of loans? How many types of loans do you have over here? They're going to tell you they got a whole bunch. And they're going to pick the best one that is good for the client. Are you with me? They'll decide which one is the best one for the client. You real estate agents do not do that. Because you are not a what? You are not a lender. You are a what? Real estate agent. Let the lender do his job. You got it? Very important job. Gives money to the buyer. Buyer buys the seller's house. We have to have somebody take care of this. We give it to who? Escrow. What is escrow again? A neutral third party that protects the integrity of the transaction. Look down here, please. Prospecting. At the very bottom there, prospecting. Prospecting. That is the core. Stick with me, don't let me lose you. That is the core. The core of real estate. Prospecting. Prospecting. Well, what the heck is prospecting? What is prospecting? Without looking up there, what is prospecting? What is it? Anybody? Finding clients. What else? What? Prospecting is talking to people. Prospecting is somehow, some way getting a client. From now on, I want you to call your client a principal. Prospecting is going out there and hustling and getting clients. There's 3 ways to make money in real estate. There's 3 ways to make money in real estate. There's 3 ways to make money in real estate. Number 1, you go wait for it. Where's that phone going to ring? Number 2, you could buy it. How do you buy it? You market yourself. Is that going to cost you money? It's going to cost you tons of money if you do it the right way. I used to spend $2,000 a month back in my high days, $2,000 a month just on marketing. Most people who just get started, it's not a very good idea to spend so much money on marketing. Last but not least, the 3rd way to make money, to make it in this business is, anybody? Go get it. Go get it. 1, you could wait for it. 2, you could buy it. What's the 3rd one? Go get it. What's the 3rd one? Who's dead center? Who's over here? Give me dead center again. A neutral third party that protects the integrity of the transaction. Over here, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the cast of characters in the world of real estate. How'd you like that? Let's give them a hand. There it is. There it is. That's, in a nutshell, the real estate world. It's not what you know. It's what you do with what you know. It's not what you know. It's what? It's what you do with what you know. You ready? Here we go. Let's get this party going. The business of real estate. Here we go. Hold on to your seats. Look up here, please. Administration of Real Estate Law. Nice and easy. The Bureau of Real Estate. There it is, right in front of you. The Bureau of Real Estate is a division of the California Department of Consumer Affairs. Their mission is simple. They exist for a reason. They exist because, if we read here what their mission is very, very simple. The mission states to safeguard and promote the public interest in real estate matters through licensure, regulation, education, and enforcement. BRE, straight shot here. The one that manages all this is the real estate commissioner. Not a big deal. The real estate commissioner, he's the one that controls the entire Bureau of Real Estate. He's the chief officer of the BRE as appointed by the governor and enforces the law. The Real Estate Advisory Commission consists of 10 people on the panel. 10 people on the panel. 6 of them must be licensed, and the other 4 don't have to be licensed. How does this affect your real estate license? How does this affect your real estate career? How does this affect your real estate career? How does this affect your real estate career? Anybody? Keep your noses clean. Because if you don't keep your nose clean, if you don't follow the rules and regulations of the BRE, what can happen to you? Say it again? Lose your license, or the license can be what? Revoked, suspended, all that stuff. Don't do it. Keep it clean. Make a good living doing this. Changed my life completely, real estate did, but I kept my nose clean. I did it the right way, the ethical way. Take a look up here. Look at this guy here. He's actually the current real estate commissioner. His name is Mr. Wayne Bell. Does he look familiar to anybody? Does he? No, of course not. But you know which number I want you to focus on? Look at this one here. He actually oversees, look at this. Mr. Bell will oversee the licensing and regulation of approximately 415,000, listen to that, 415,000 real estate licensees in the state of California. Is that a lot? Is it really? 415,000 agents in California. Yeah, tell me about it. That's a lot of agents. A lot. It goes down here to my trainer's corner. Look at this. Check out my trainer's corner. You like that? With so many licensees in California, there seems to be a lot of competition with the real estate field. What are my thoughts when it comes to competition? Is there enough business for everyone? Competition. How many people here, and be honest with me, how many people here are afraid of the competition once you get your license? Oh, you're confident you're not afraid of the competition?
I respect the competition.
What does that mean, you respect the competition?
That it's going to be hard work, but that's fine.
Okay. Anybody else afraid of the competition? Are you concerned about the competition? Does it bother you that there's so many agents out there? What do you got? Does it bother you?
It doesn't bother me, but I wonder how I'll fare without the competition.
You'll wonder how you fare? Listen, I don't want you guys to be worried about it. And I'll tell you why. You ready? Wait for it. This is why this class is so good. I want you to do it this way. Now, each and every one of you here, I know that maybe there's 30 of you here, each and every one of you here has something that the others don't have. And that's what we call, ready? Wait for it. Wait for it. A SOI. Now, what does SOI stand for? A sphere of influence. A sphere of influence. Say it with me. A sphere of influence. What does that mean? Simple. It means this. It means you know people, your own people that he doesn't know, and he's got his own people that you don't know, and you got your own people that you know, but they don't know, and everybody in here has people they know that nobody else knows. Your sphere of influence. Your buddies. Your family. Your loved ones, the people that do your hair, what do you call it, the hair stylists, that do your nails, your bowling league, your church, what other kind of groups are you guys involved in? Anybody have kids here? What do you call it? When you go to family night, what do you call it? PTA. Anybody involved in PTA? All these people that you guys run into on a constant basis are your what? Your sphere of influence. Listen, you might want to write this down. That's where you're going to get started. I believe the sphere of influence is so overlooked. Competition, I laugh at competition because nobody has my sphere. And that's how I got started, actually, with my sphere of influence. I called everybody I knew, I called everybody I knew and the people they knew. I said, hey, guess what? My name is Rico. I'm over here at Keller Williams in Santa Monica. I know you from the bowling league. I know you from church. I know you from the Monday night football game parties we went to. You ever need any kind of real estate service? Why don't you give me a shot? Your sphere of influence. That will probably be your best and safest way to get started. You with me? You with me? A $5 bill is a $5 bill. Nice and easy. Let's go. All right, real estate brokerage. All right, so once you get your license, you got to pick a brokerage. You can't just work for yourself. You guys know that, right? You can't get your license. Yeah, I have a license. I'm going to go start selling some houses. Doesn't work that way. You got to select a brokerage, which means you have to select an office. You got to pick an office you want to work for. And you're going to hand them your license. You're going to say, I would like to work here. That's called a brokerage. What do they do here? They supervise you. A salesperson can do business only as the employer of the broker. Look down here. Although the agents are independent contractors, they represent clients on behalf of the brokerage. Although you guys are independent contractors, you're going to be an independent contractor. Independent contractor. What does that mean? Independent contractor. It means you are going to be your own what? Boss. Doesn't that sound nice? You're going to be your own boss. But, and there's a big but, you'll be representing your clients on behalf of the brokerage. What does that mean? Ready? Watch this one. When you hang your new license with the brokerage, you'll be representing them in the real estate world, which means, although you are an independent contractor, you are representing the name on the front of the jersey, not the one on the back. You got it? You'll be playing for this team, which means play hard, play fair, put lots of effort into it. Because the one who's going to benefit at the end is who? You. You got it? Very simple. You'll be playing for this team here, or whichever team you decide to work for. But go at it. Do as best as you can as Kobe Bryant did. Any Kobe Bryant fans here? Really? All right. Good for you. Really? Kobe Bryant fan? All right. Let's keep going. Real estate brokerage office activities. This is what you'll be doing when you get your license in a brokerage. Deal with transactions involving real properties such as residential properties, commercial properties, mobile homes, business opportunities, a whole bunch. But the majority of new people, and that's where you guys come in, the majority of brand new licensees, as yourselves, typically start with residential sales. Now, why do you think we do residential sales? Anybody? Why would you want to do residential sales? We've talked about this a little bit, I think. I'll tell you why. Because residential sales are the easiest to get going with. Watch this. Who's over here? Who's over here? Who's back there? Your job is to put them together. Let's assume he's selling his house back there for $1 million. $1 million over there. And your commission is 3%. If you close this deal, you're going to get 3% commission. Buyer, seller, give it to who? Escrow. Give it to who? Escrow. Escrow runs its 30 to 45-day escrow period. When it's all said and done, you'll get 3% of $1 million. What's 3% of $1 million? Was that hard to do? We just closed the deal. Nice and easy. This is why we do it, because the majority of the regulations and the process involved is rather simple. You can do it. And you get a lot of help doing it. It's not a big deal. You can do it. This is why the majority of new licensees get involved with residential homes. It's nice and easy. Let's keep going here. Broker's responsibility is their job is to maintain a valid real estate license from you guys. Just so you guys know, when you get your license, do you know how many years it's good for? How many? 1 year. 5, a good try. Anybody else?
3.
What do you say back there? 4. 4. Anybody else know? 4 is the right answer. Ding, ding, ding. 4. 4 years is good for 4 years. What do you do after 4 years? Renew. Well, what do you mean by renew? You got to take extra classes. You got to take additional courses. That's what we call continuing education. You take a couple of more classes, not a big deal, and you keep that license active. Keep it active. And it's the job of the brokerage to make sure you have your licenses active. But doggone it, at the end of the day, it's your job to make sure it's active, because if it isn't active, if it's not updated, no bueno amigo, you cannot sell real estate. You just can't do it. Can't do it. And then, of course, they have to supervise you guys and retain records. Nice and easy. Now let's talk about the salesperson. Take a look at the photos down there. This is actually what a real estate license looks like right there. You guys ever seen one before? No? That one on the right there, the big large one, is the one they're going to mail you in a nice big envelope. And that's the one you're going to be handing over to the broker. The broker's going to hold on to this one. Then they're going to give you a small itty bitty one. This one here is for you, and you're going to hold that in your wallet, your purse, whatever. But that's like the size of a driver's license, the small one there. And of course, like I said, the large one goes to the broker that you work for, and they're going to hold it because you are working for them and you are representing that broker. The license allows real estate activities only if the salesperson is controlled and supervised by the broker. The salesperson receives compensation only from the broker. Ready? Who's back there? Over here. Dead center. You close a deal, you make $30,000. Boom. They're so happy that you just did your job fantastic that the seller says, great. Seller hands you a check for $30,000. That pretty nice? That pretty nice? The seller hands you a check for $30,000. Ain't that nice? Is that the way it works? No, I just say yes. Is that the way it works? No. How do you get paid? How does the broker get paid?
Escrow.
Huh? Escrow. Escrow. Watch this. Who's back there? Who's over here? The entire process is going through the escrow department. The deal is over. It's done. Yay, hallelujah, it's over, it's done. Everybody did a fantastic job. It's time to pay everybody. It's payday. Escrow has all the compensation right there in their office. And they say, okay, who represented the seller? Here's your $30,000. Who represented the buyer? Here's your $30,000. And they send it to the brokers. You guys understand that? Now the brokers get it, and the brokers say, okay, we got the $30,000 in here. Who's the one that closed the deal? Let's assume it's you. Give me your name. Ali closed the deal. And whatever the broker and Ollie have agreed to, I'll then cut a check to Ollie. So let's assume the broker says, hey, Ollie, we have a great office here. We're going to let you keep 70% of this commission. We're going to let you keep 70% of this $30,000. What's 70% of $30,000? Come on, you know this. What's 70% of $30,000? What? $21,000. Ollie, here's a $21,000 check. What do you do? What's the first thing you're going to do with it? Come on. What are you going to do? Cash it? Yeah, cash. And then you're going to hold it in your wallet. What are you going to do with the money? Put it in the bank. Well, she said, yeah, right. Put it in the bank, Ollie? I don't think so. The point is they're going to give him a check for $21,000. And the broker keeps what? 30%. And that's how it works. Where did he get his check from? The broker. The broker gave him the check. Where did the broker get it from? Where did escrow get it from? The seller. Nice. Nice. Did it all make sense? Seller gives it to escrow. Escrow gives it to the broker. The broker gives it to the agent, to you. Nice and easy. Cool. Let's keep going here. Becoming a salesperson. These are the rules and regulations to becoming a realtor. I hope you guys have these abilities. Number one, you must be 18 years old. Is anybody here not 18? You must be 18 years old. You must be honest and truthful. You must be honest and truthful. You must pass course in real estate principles, real estate practice, and an elective. What's the elective here again? Finance. You must pass the salesperson's licensing exam. You must get fingerprinted, which is live scan. You must pay the required license fee, complete 45 hours of continuing education every 4 years, like we discussed earlier. Obey applicable laws and regulations, and become a member of NAR. Anybody know what NAR stands for?
National Association of Realtors.
Say it again.
National Association of Realtors.
Yes or no? Yes. National Association of Realtors. Perfect. Nice. So take a look at that. I'll give you about 10 seconds. Ask yourself, do I have these abilities? I think you do. I think you do. Let's keep going here. Becoming a real estate broker. Anybody here wanting to become a broker? Really? You want to guys? Just curious as to why you want to be a broker.
I want to have a lot of agents working under me.
You want to have a lot of agents working. Why do you want to have a lot of agents working under you?
Make a lot more money.
What do you mean by making a lot more money?
Well,
Say it again. So you want to take your agent's commissions. Is that not a bad idea or is that a good idea? That's a darn good idea. Nothing wrong with that. But is it worth it? Oops. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let's look down here. What are the advantages of becoming a broker? Keeping everybody's money. Any disadvantages to that?
all the responsibility.
All the responsibility. What else? Anything else?
Another test.
Taking another test. Well, that can be difficult, I guess. What else is a disadvantage to being a broker?
Don't you have to like carry the insurance?
That's what I was going to go at. You got to carry the insurance, the accountability, the fees involved. You know how much they pay for this office? Think about the rent if you have to rent a space. I was working for a broker not long ago. Take a guess at how much they were paying a month just on their lease. Take a guess. What do you think to lease a building would run nowadays? I don't know. I know how much? Yeah, you're pretty. Yeah, $30,000 a month. $30,000 a month. Now you want to be a broker? Do you really? Anyway, there's accountability, the cost involved, all that. I mean, in the long run, not a bad idea. You do make a lot more money if you have a whole bunch of realtors working for you. Nothing wrong with that. Go for it. Nothing wrong with that. But you must pass the test. And what are the tests? You must be 18 years old. You must be honest and truthful. Are you honest and truthful? You must be honest and truthful. You must complete 8 college level courses, fulfill a 2-year experience requirement, pass a license exam, send the required fee, complete 45 hours of continuing education every 4 years, and obey the laws and regulations. Not a bad idea. I thought about getting my broker's license. I thought about it. I actually have taken the courses. All I have to do is take the state exam, the broker's exam, and I have been procrastinating, and I don't know what I'm waiting for. Don't procrastinate. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. Yeah. All right, requirements, real estate course requirements, course of salesperson's license, real estate practice, real estate principles, and elective. Fingerprints. One set of fingerprints. Live scan. Those are sent to the Department of Justice. I want you to remember that. Those are sent to the Department of Justice. Did you guys have any idea that you had to do this? Yeah. Did you really? Yeah. So get ready. When you send in your application, you're going to send the application. You're going to send your 3 certificates. You're going to send your live scan. It's all going to be in an envelope, and I want you to send it off. Not that big of a deal. It's just part of the gig. It's part of the deal. Just do it. Don't let it sit there. The last thing I want, and listen, the last thing I want you to do is get your stuff and then shelf it. Do not shelf it. Do not shelf it. Do not what? Shelf it. Don't shelf it. If you shelf it, it's going to collect dust, and before you know it, 2 months go by, 3 months go by. I've had students like you call me 1 year later stating, how do I take my state exam? What? Yeah, I said, what? A year later. Don't wait so long. Do it. Do it. You can knock this out. Get it done. The Bureau of Real Estate website. I would love for you guys, when you have a moment, to go to the Bureau of Real Estate website. Here's the website. It's bre.ca.gov. Have you guys gone to it yet? Has anybody ever visited this website? Yeah. Have you? What'd you think? It's got cool stuff on there, very good stuff on there. It will answer most of your questions when it comes to the state exam. And some of you guys aren't so far from taking that state exam. It answers a lot of your questions, a lot of your simple questions. What can I take to the state exam? You guys have any idea what you can take to the state exam? Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, it's like worse than the airport. They're gonna pat you down. It's how long before they give you your results on the state exam? Instant? Yeah, you're right. Instant. Many moons ago, when I took my license, we had to wait weeks to get our results. Not anymore. You walk in there, you're confident. You walk in there, you had your breakfast, you had a cup of coffee. You walk in there, you're positive. You're ready to do this. You take your exam. You get out of there. You hand it in to the lady who's watching the door. You say, "Here you go." She says, "Okay, go get your stuff out of your locker," because they're going to give you a locker. Get your stuff out of your locker. By the time you get back, they're going to hand you an envelope. Dun, 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 dun. They're going to have you an envelope, and they're going to tell you, they're going to say, "Please open this envelope up outside in the parking lot. Do not open it up in here, because we don't want to hear your reaction to what's inside." But they tell you right then and there. They tell you right then and there if you've passed or if you failed. And doggone it, I know you're going to pass. Just follow my lead. You got it? Mm-hmm. Some of you are like 2 months from taking that, or maybe 3 months from taking that exam. You've been waiting this whole you've been busting your tail off for the last 3 months to get to that big party in there, which is the real estate exam, and you have been taught to boogie and cha-cha. You're going to go in there, you're going to show them how it's done. You're going to show them how it's done. Why? Because you are going to be prepared. Who's dead center? Escrow. Who's dead center? Escrow. Who's over there? Lender. Give me lender definition, not lender, escrow definition. A, neutral third party that protects the integrity of the transaction. Nice. Let's keep going. Let's go. Enforcement of real estate law. To have a flourishing real estate career, it is important to stay out of legal trouble. Do not break any laws. If you do so, this will happen. They'll investigate you. A hearing may be required. Bottom line, you'll get in trouble. Let's cut through the chase. Look at the bottom here. Do it the right way and go a long way. Do it the right way and go a long way. You may be tempted to do some funny stuff. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Do it the right, ethical way, and you will last in this business. How many of you here want this to be like a major, major flourishing career? Really? You want this to be like, this is it, I'm going to jump in full blown, I'm going to dive in like a pool, and this is going to be it? Listen, take it from me. I've been doing this for almost 25 years. Do it the right, legal way. It goes back to the two-tank theory. This two-tank theory, I came up with it about 2 years ago. What's in this tank here? What's in this tank here? Education. What's in this tank here? Effort. That's all you got to do. And do it the right way. There would be no reasons for you to even have to bother with any of this stuff here. None of it. None of it. Keep it clean. Listen, this is the deal. 1973. 1973. Treat others as what? As you want to be treated. And I mean it. It's as simple as that in real estate. You're going to have a lot of colleagues in this business, other realtors who need you and you need them. And I'm being completely honest. 1976. You get out of it, what? What you put into it. I trust in God, I love my country, and I will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best. And last but not least, I want you guys to be creative, to work hard, to learn how to negotiate. Don't be afraid to ask. You got to be sociable. You got to be likable. You got to be likable. How many of you here believe you're likable? Really? How many of you how many of you believe you can work on that a little bit? Hey, would you enjoy taking yourself out? Would you enjoy taking yourself out for a cup of coffee? Could you sit there with yourself and have a good cup of coffee and have a good conversation? If the answer is no, and seriously, you gotta be sociable, you gotta be likable. Listen, you don't have to listen. Real estate. We just went over all the things you must go through to get your license. What's gonna help you get money, what's gonna help you get business is your likability factor. And think about it, and I mean it. Are you likable? You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the best looking. You just have to be what? Likable. If people like you, they're going to give you an opportunity. The brokerage will train you. The brokerage is going to help you. The brokerage is going to make you be the best of the best. But you can't be the best at real estate if you have no clients. And the only way you're going to get your clients is to prospect. Prospect. And what's the third one? Prospect.